Hi there, welcome to the weekend. It is the 20th of July, about 3 in the afternoon, and it's not looking fantastic along the coast with a very big, slow-moving east coast low spiralling up today. Let's look at the whole rundown for the weekend, whether you're surfing, boating, whatever your plans. This is how it's all going to unfold. Still very clear across the country. The low has shaped up nicely, got a beautiful shape to it from a meteorological point of view. Lovely little hook there wrapping around, and cloud is spraying along the coast, but its centre is quite a long way from the coast, so showers have been very minimal throughout today, but they're going to angle up more those winds out of the south-southeast, and that's going to increase the shower activity, particularly for the Hunter up to about Seal Rocks there, including Port Stephens, further north to Port Macquarie. That's where most of the shower activity will come through. Still some falls, but a lot of it going straight past the northern rivers, particularly southeast Queensland, still largely missing it, but we are going to see an increase in swell. Up on the Divide, you might see a couple of showers if you're up around Armidale, Walker, all those kinds of places, because as we look at the localised shower activity here, look how it's missing the Central Coast. You pick up a little bit, but most of it's just funneling in there, in between Newcastle, Port Stephens. The tablelands are getting a little bit right across the northwest, the plains. You've got a fabulous run of weather on the way, in fact. There's those winds really strong, hugging the coast, big gusty southerlies out of the south, nice and cold across the ranges and the western slopes, but those winds are really going to kick along the coast away from the friction of the land, so therefore all of the shower icons have been issued. Overnight minimums not as severe, so the risk of frosts non-existent, so it's fairly mild for this time of the year. What about surfers? People thinking about heading offshore? Look, it's not going to be fantastic for boating, quite dangerous in fact, because those strong winds kicking up seas and the swell there is going to become quite solid over the weekend as well. So season swell is looking at about 3 to 4 metres, and the entire coast now has a strong wind warning issued, so protected waterways by far the best for boating. Tides, of course, they vary a little bit up and down the coast, usually by about 15-20 minutes, whether you're southeast Queensland to Newcastle, but you can remember this one easily. High tide for your Saturday is about 9:30 in the morning, the low tide at about 3:15 in the afternoon, so add another hour to both of those for your Sunday. Sun to rise 6:51, setting there at about 5:08, and looking at the forecast, fantastic inland, northwest, loving it, beautiful conditions there for our farmers and inland communities. Newcastle, showers across the weekend and early next week. A little bit there also skimming in across Gosford and the Central Coast. Gold Coast, not seeing too much of this activity. Might see a couple of brief showers, it's okay. Lismore picking up a little bit, but areas really south of Lismore down to about Foster, that's where most of the shower activity is going to unfold for both your Saturday and Sunday. Rock fishing, I wouldn't do it. Look, it's going to be dangerous again up and down the coast, so please take care. And surfers, get into those southern protected corners, those point breaks will be cranking. Enjoy.